Peaceful protests in Metro Detroit have been part of the dialogue in the wake of the war between Israel and Hamas. Students at several schools have staged walkouts. But tonight, some believe that they're being punished for protesting and exercising their freedom of speech. 7 Action News reporter Faraz Javed takes a closer look at the First Amendment rights.
As the Israel-Hamas war intensifies in the Middle East, several peaceful protests have been held across Metro Detroit.
Stop the killing, stop the war!
Including schools. Walkouts taking place in Dearborn, Bloomfield Hills, and more, all in the name of freedom of speech.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
But some students believe exercising their rights is now coming at a cost.
The feeling between the kids was that they felt they were targeted.
Last Wednesday, Gazelle says her 17-year-old daughter took part in a peaceful walkout, which the school approved. But according to Gazelle, the next day, school officials questioned kids about their motives, and the ones who chose not to answer without a guardian present were suspended.
Why do you believe that's wrong?
It's kind of like was against everything that we taught our kids, that we live in a country where you have rights.
Civil rights attorney Kate Mayott says the U.S. Supreme Court allows students to exercise their First Amendment rights at any public institution, but there are limitations.
That right to free speech can't be disruptive. It can't incite violence or harm or illegal activity.
Can schools discipline students for taking part in a walkout or a protest?
Schools can say anybody who does a walkout is going to be marked absence from class as long as they're not changing the rules based on the reason for the walkout.
Can schools question students about their motives?
Schools are allowed to ask students about their motives. Schools aren't allowed to unfairly punish or restrict students based on their on the political messages that they're pushing or enforcing.
Tomorrow, a walkout is scheduled at Canton High School, and CARE Michigan attorney Amy Ducare advised students on how to go about it.
We talked about being respectful of other people's learning environment, not chanting in the hallways, not making a disruption inside the school.
Do you think it's important for high school students to practice or take part in such protests and walkouts?
Like engage in civic engagement in general, whether it's a protest, whether it's a walkout, whether it's attending school board meetings, all of that's important for creating positive, engaged, and active global citizens.
Reporting for 7 Action News, I'm Faraz Javed.